Well, I want to put something out here preliminary because it's going to be coming down the pike pretty soon. Actually, people familiar with the Spooky2 remote DNA transmission of frequencies to your body. Like I've been talking, I don't know how strong this stuff is. That was my one contention is, I don't know how something can remotely go quantum entanglement frequencies to your body. But, it's got potential. It's got potential. I mean, for real. I mean, the whole concept, there's a couple little things I did minor, and I says, whoa, this is freaky. It really seems to work. But there's something else coming out, and this is like the remote device. I have a little bit of my DNA on a piece of regular tape. It's in between this device, and this actually hooks to a special frequency generator that's hooked to your computer, and it tells the generator all the computations for frequencies. It's got a lot of potential. A lot of potential. DNA repair. Anti-aging, actually detox, improving your skin, everything, hormone balance, you name it. So this is the type of stuff actually Joan Rivers would be very interested in, I'm sure. Or Gloria Vanderbilt. She'd be another one, too. These are women that don't want to ever age. They want to be like, they want to outlive Noah and look like 20 years old the whole time. You know what I mean? Now, what this device is coming, actually you could take your existing remote device, and it's a little bit technical, but not that technical. And actually all it is neodymium magnets that are placed on a device, and a wire is soldered to a terminal here, and there's a certain setup you do in the software, and you also have the magnet, the north side of the magnet, facing the DNA sample. But, without actually, I don't want to exaggerate it, but it could be well over 1,000 times stronger. It could be. But it's kind of hard to say when something's 1,000 times stronger. Does that mean it's going to work that much better? I don't know. It should work a lot better. It should work a lot better. And see, what I was thinking of is, there's actually alleged set of frequencies. Now, a lot of people, I don't know if they heard of this, but there's a DNA repair frequency. If you see this on YouTube, they'll play a sound, and even maybe that has some effect. 528 is known as the miracle frequency, the DNA repair frequency. But they also have a set of frequencies in session where it's almost like you prepare the DNA for change, you teleport the change, and then you also send in the vitamin C hormone, which has actually been known as a super, super anti-aging hormone. I just mentioned Noah, but actually if you go back in the Bible, it's actually scientists have actually figured out that we actually have the fourth missing gene to produce vitamin C in our own body. And it's been theorized that's why in the Bible they showed way back when like Noah used to be 920 years old and he was having children when he was hundreds of years old, because he stayed young all the time. In the animal world, if they take that out of the animals, that capability, the vitamin C hormone, it's actually not really a vitamin. It's like a anti-aging repair hormone. It actually causes the animal to have a greatly shortened lifespan. Now, what I'm saying is, I jumped the gun on it because I'm not going to even wait for this exact, I can't find exact specification magnet. It's actually a 30 millimeter diameter N50 3 millimeter wide magnet, and I understand the setup and the procedure. The closest I can find is an N52, slightly stronger, a little bit different diameter, 1/8 inch, around 3 millimeters, and 1 inch wide versus 30 millimeters. So that's about 25.4 millimeters. Hopefully I'm not losing anybody on a technical aspect. But the beauty of this deal is it can actually potentially exponentially raise the strength of the spooky quantum entanglement, as Einstein called this. Einstein. And, if I'm losing anybody, the reason they call this spooky is because Einstein, who discovered this, or he was one of the ones that maybe he wasn't the one who discovered it, he remarked that this quantum entanglement was very spooky. It's spooky at a distance. no matter what you do to your DNA through a DNA placement holder, will actually affect the DNA in your body, no matter where you are on the planet. And if you're doing these things to affect the DNA with this computerized programs, to using the miracle frequency to teleport vitamin C directly into the DNA, it might have potential anti-aging, reverse aging, like beyond belief. It may. I don't know. But I'm going to definitely, I actually, I'm going to actually set this up before the product's going to be online in a couple of weeks. I've already ordered some other alternative magnets, so I can actually just try it right now, and it's going to be very close to specification, and it will give a demonstration on it. So I know two women that would be very, very, very interested in this. That would be Joan Rivers and Gloria Vanderbilt. And you never know. You can probably turn the clock back more and more and more. And for real, because the potentiality of this, and I know it's in the infancy. It's experimental. But it sure is very, very, very low priced. Very, very easy to do. And also, like I should say this one caveat, the north side, this has always been shown, the north side of any kind of magnetism on the skin is actually the healing. That's the good effect. The south side can actually accentuate microbes and things. You don't want to use the south side in almost all cases unless it's to like regenerate something where you had a severe cut and there's absolutely no infection present. Then you need to use the south side. So when we're using this neodymium magnet, which is it's an N50 specification, but I'm doing the next one up and slightly smaller. It's actually going to be slightly stronger. They say the N52 is a little bit more brittle, but I'm not going to have a problem because I'm not, once I get it and it's in one piece, it's not going to get moved around, you know what I mean? So it's not going to break. But the specification for transfer of how powerful it should be slightly over 1,200 times, but that doesn't mean it's going to be 1,200 times more effective. It means it should be a lot more effective. So, this thing can really be, there's other things in here besides, like where they're trying to like address issues with cancer or something. Like, say, for instance, energy and vitality. Energy and vitality. Everybody wants energy and vitality. Hormonal balance is another thing they're trying to address. Or just transferring the frequencies of B12 vitamin, or vitamin C, or vitamin D. Or the essential oils, like rose oil, or thieves oil, which could actually, that's been known for, they used to use that back in the bubonic plague. But, my thought was, I was a little bit like, I think the remote does work because I tried it on the cat's fleas and I was like, it really knocked those fleas out, right? I mean, I was like, wow, that's weird. And I also tried the vision to improve on myself. And when I always run that frequency constantly, my eyesight was better and I didn't get the eye fatigue. And I was like, but I'm not like totally convinced yet. And I'm not totally convinced that, well, I didn't think it was that strong. I think it works, but I just didn't think it was that strong. And that was just my personal opinion. But considering that the transmission capability might go up 1,200. Well, that's what I don't know if it's going to be 1,200 times more effective, but it should be a lot more powerful. So, this might be of big interest to some people actually who are very much into taking care of their looks. And Joan Rivers and Gloria Vanderbilt. I mean, those are two I can come to mind. They should know about this technology. They're probably not going to see this video, but maybe somebody will alert them some other way through a third person. And, this might be one of the best things going. But just remember not to put the south side of the magnet towards the DNA, because that's harmful. It's got to be the north side, and it's a certain technical setup, and there's a little soldering going on, but it actually uses this special DNA holder that's attached to the frequency generator that's attached to the computer that runs the programs. And the remote method Well, it's going to come into a new phase of experimentation. But, hey, you know, Einstein said, or not Einstein, actually Tesla actually said, if you want to understand the universe, think in the terms of energy and frequency. In fact, that's pretty much what we are, energy and frequency, even though we see we're here, we see our physical realm, but when you look down and what the atoms are, there's space between the electrons and the atoms, there's space between the atoms and the molecules. And, you know, it's actually a scientific fact that, well, among some scientists anyway, if you took the entire visible universe and you took all the space between the electrons and the atoms between the molecules and everything and how they're joined, you took the entire universe and you took all the space, the energy space that's in the atoms, and you just combined all that matter, the entire visible universe would fit into the size of a thimble, which tells you pretty much everything is energy. In the practical world, it seems to exist as solid. It does, because it's the energy. That's the energy that makes it solid. But that's how we can affect our own selves and maybe regenerate our own vitality and even bring our age clock backwards. So this might be of vital interest to Joan Rivers or maybe Gloria Vanderbilt. Who knows? Anyway, I want to put this out as a public service message because it is coming out. I'm going to be having this pretty soon, and we'll be showing some experimentation with this fairly soon. So, and I heard that it's pretty strong. Anyway, over and out.